The test questions, and this is type 3 problem. So if you have type 3 problem, this is the question number one. So we're given integral from a to b of f of x dx, and we're given a bunch of options, four of them. So which one is the correct one? Now from the option a, which is actually the correct one, that is the integral from a to b of f of a plus b minus x. How are you actually sure that this is actually the correct answer? Now here's what you do. You can say let u equals a plus b minus x. Now what does this imply? That implies that the u would be minus the x. I believe everybody can do that. Now on getting this, now that implies that we can make some substitution when x equals a, so that we can get the lower limit. When x equals a, that implies that u would be a plus b minus a, which is equal to b. And then when similarly when x equals b, what would we have? U would be a plus b minus b, and that would definitely be equal to a. So now the integral that would have now will now change. So let's say this integral, this particular integral is I, then I now becomes something else. I equals the integral. Now the other time when x equals to a, which is the lower limit, what do we have? We have the lower limit to be b. The lower limit is b, and then the upper limit is a, according to what we have done now. And don't forget, whatever was in the bracket before, which was a plus b minus x, is now u. Is now u, but the u itself is minus the x, which also implies that the x equals negative the u, which is the same thing as, so we can put a negative sign here and we can put the u here to substitute for the x. So now just one more thing to go. The good thing is that if we have the integral from b to a, is actually the negative integral from a to b. So since we have a negative sign here, then we can just change this from a to b of f of u du. Now it does not matter what the variable is. Now this f of u du is just the same thing as f of x dx, and since they have the same limit, a to b and a to b here, then that makes them the same. Thank you. I'll see you on the next one. Please follow me for more.